You got it locked on Roadium Radio.
Hey Tony, drop that. What, please?
I bet. Dr. Dre in the place to be. Co-rockin' shit with my homeboy Steve. After Roadium, get stupid some. Yo, don't think that you can get none of Dre. The motherfucking doctor, the bitch hopper, the sucker motherfucking stopper. I'm fucked up, so don't mind what I'm saying. I'm just kicking it with Steve, Tony, A.A, Susan. Yo, we be choosing dope shit to put in a mix. Know what I'm saying? We kick shit like and that's a fact. And if your shit ain't in the mix, you know it's whack. And that ain't no bullshit. I'm kicking facts on a serious tip. Word up, Dr. Dre's in full effect doing serious damage, boy.
Tony A! Tony A! When you're ready, go.
Welcome back, everyone, to Roadium Radio, episode 193 on this Wednesday afternoon. I know it's a little bit different, but, expect the unexpected with us. So, once again, my guest, for unfortunate circumstances, reasons, couldn't make it last night, but we promised you that he would be here, and he's here. So, before I introduce him, please allow me to give you guys a couple of small announcements. Once again, everybody that ordered Mr. D merch, everything's been mailed out. You should be able to get it this week. For those of you that are still DMing me your links, please send them to roadiumradio@gmail.com. That's where you send your music. Send your music, videos, and bio to roadiumradio@gmail.com. People are asking, can I still purchase your mixtapes, downloads? Yes. Go to DOCUMIXERY.com. That's where you can get your merch, your mixtapes, and your downloads. Now, there's been two orders. There's been two orders that have not been fulfilled. And if you're listening, please listen up. Two orders got returned. So what I did, I just returned back your money. They said that I guess it was a wrong address, a wrong zip code or something. So I returned back your money. So should be no issue there. If you want to email me because you have an issue, roadiumradio@gmail.com. So without further ado, please allow me to introduce all the way from Atlanta, Cap G in the place to be. What's going on, my brother?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Brother, I'm blessed. The weather's beautiful. I love it out here. I know you're starting to love it out here so much that you're possibly planning to move out here. Is that true?
Yeah, I get a spot out here, just be back and forth from Atlanta to LA. I'm always out here, so.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how long ago was it the first time you've been out here?
My first time out here was probably like 2012 or 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, coming from Atlanta to LA, 2012, 2013, how different was it? Was it what you expected?
Nah, I ain't expect it. It was way different in so many ways. Like, it made me realize how big this world is, how much different the world is. Because, to be honest, growing up, like, all the way 2012, 13, that's probably like when I graduated high school and I just got a record deal. So before then, I just stayed like pretty much on my side of town. I never really like even went deep into Atlanta, like to the city, to the other sides of town. Like I just stayed on my side of town. So me even just going to LA, California, I start seeing like, wow, it's so much different cultures out here. I start seeing like it's like a lot of Latinos out here too, like Mexicans. Yeah. Like back home in Atlanta, it's a lot of us, but we not the majority though. So right. It's just way different. It's way different.
You never know. Eventually, we may be the majority out there.
Yeah.
I was in Brooklyn, New York, a couple of years back. I want to say about 5 years back, and one of my homies that lives out there took me to go eat Jamaican food. And I asked to use the restroom, and as I walked through the kitchen, there were Mexicans in there cooking.
Yeah.
So my homie, I told him, hey man, you got Mexicans in there cooking Jamaican food.
Right.
He goes, I know the owner. Let's talk to him. The owner told me this: in about 10 years, all of Brooklyn will be all Mexican.
That's crazy.
And I'll be honest, I said, for reals? Because, growing up, when I thought about New York, I've always thought, okay, blacks, Puerto Ricans, Jews, Italians.
Right.
And I never thought of Mexicans. As a matter of fact, the first time I met somebody from New York, They moved out here. I was like in 7th grade, and he was like, "What's a Mexican?"
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was like, "Oh, we're people just like everybody."
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
You know, from Mexico. Oh, okay, cool. You know. So, are you originally from Atlanta, or did you move there, or born and raised?
I'm born and raised in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your parents, are they from Mexico, or are they born in Atlanta as well?
My parents, they're from Mexico, from Guerrero, Mexico. My mom and dad probably. I got like 4 brothers, 1 sister. 2 of my older brothers, they were born in Mexico. Then matter of fact, 3 of my older brothers was born in Mexico. Then the other 2, my other brother, he was born in, I don't know, somewhere in California, and in Santa Ana, matter of fact.
Okay.
My sister was born in Santa Ana, and from there, I wasn't born yet, and from there, we ended up moving to Atlanta. Well, they ended up moving to Atlanta, and that's when I was born type shit.
Wow.
So, like, my dad was already in Atlanta because, you know, they had the Olympics in Atlanta in 1996. So, you know, you got to do a lot of building and stuff. So it was a lot of jobs out there before the Olympics, you know, to build all that. So my dad was already in Atlanta. And one of my older brothers, he was already like into the gang life, just getting in trouble. So my mama just decided to like move to the A. And that's how I was born. So I'm the only one out of my family from Atlanta.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You know, so pretty much because of the job situation, your dad said, let's go out there, you know.
Yeah, something like that, basically. Yeah, my dad went by himself though, and then my mom just ended up going out there. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how usually it works. You know, I met a woman. We were in Philadelphia. I was out there with friends and family, and I saw a place in South Philly called Tacos de Barbacoa, and I was like, what the fuck? 'Cause every other place there had an Italian flag waving in front of their business.
Right.
This one had a Mexican flag. And the sign looked homemade, so I said, let me go in there. And I
Right.
met the lady. She didn't speak English, and they were just cutting up some barbacoa, and I asked, what time you guys close? Oh, whenever we finish. Whenever we finish selling.
Sell out.
Yeah. So I started talking to her, and she told me that they had made a Netflix special on her.
Wow.
And I was like, for real? She goes, yeah. She goes, I came from Mexico with my son to Philadelphia to look for work.
Wow,
You
that's
know.
crazy.
Yeah, so I think a lot of us, you know, when we leave Mexico, like I was born here, but my family was born in Mexico. They come out here to look for work, and here's pretty much, if you will, this is where
Right.
we settle. I met families in New Jersey that I tasted the best pozole ever was in New Jersey.
Right.
And I was like I remember I tasted it, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
You know, so I remember looked in the kitchen, I called the lady, she didn't speak English, and I asked her, what happened? Some man went to Mexico, a white man, and asked him, you know what, you looking for work? And she said, yeah. Come to New Jersey. He goes, well, they were cooking like hamburgers, hot dogs, and shit like that.
Right.
So he went out of business, so we just took over the place, converted it to being a Mexican restaurant. She goes, and now Jackson and Lakewood, New Jersey are pretty much predominantly Mexican.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. So I'm glad that we're spreading out. I know people
Yeah.
from Chicago, from Minnesota now,
Right.
now people from Atlanta. You know, I had another guy from Atlanta that flew out here for the interview and then flew back the next day. I guess he does, he's, I guess, I don't want to say the leader, but God, I forgot what position he is. But he has a car club, the biggest car club, Chicano, car club out
They
there.
got some dope car clubs in Atlanta. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, what's one thing, if anything, that you like about California or LA that possibly you're like, if I were to move out here, it's because of this?
I would say it's just like the sunshine out here. It just like for real, that simple. Like it just make you feel good. Like waking up out here, how the sun shine on you is just perfect. It's not like overly high. It's just like perfect, to be honest. Like in Atlanta, it's like humid and it gets super hot. And to be honest, I like it out here too because I could just like, anything can happen to you anywhere. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. But I just feel like I be chilling out here. I ain't got to watch my back and stuff. Like in Atlanta, like it don't matter where you at. Like you got to like just stay on your P's and Q's. You know what I'm saying? Every time. Like you could be in the most luxurious place. Like you just never know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. One thing about here, like, okay, I could take this street, PCH,
Right,
all
right.
the way up to the beach.
Right.
And I just sit there and chill by myself, look at the waves, bro.
Yeah.
It's a peaceful time, bro. And I think we need it sometimes, especially being in the industry. I've been in the industry since 1987. Right. And many times I go to a theme park. I have membership to theme parks. I have membership to museums.
Right.
And many times I just want to get away by myself to empty myself and shit.
Yeah,
So
I'm like that too. I like being lonely sometimes, like just alone. Like I don't want to talk to nobody. Just chill, you know, watch the waves, watch the sun, just chill by myself. Like I don't want nobody around me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And that's very, very true. An hour before I go live,
Yeah.
I always tell my team, I want to be by myself. Don't talk to me. But they always do. You know, they always do. There's something about, for some reason, some of us artists, we just like being alone.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's just the way it is. And sometimes I know a lot of guys, they'll see us eating somewhere, or they'll see you eating. Hey man, let me get a picture. Let me get an autograph. And
Right.
sometimes we don't want that. You
Yeah.
know? Since you've been out here, do you get recognized a lot?
Yeah, I get recognized a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. It's all love with me. I'm not gonna lie, I love the people, like fans. I never, not really once, ever got mad. None. I feel like the fans make you who you are. So like, I always appreciate the fans, the people, when they notice me, if I inspire them, whatever. You know, I always appreciate it.
Yeah.
Even if I'm eating, you know, I just nicely tell them I got you when I'm done, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm a pretty sloppy eater, like. Hey, that's another thing. Reason why I would move out here too. I love the Mexican food out here. Like Atlanta, like it's cool. I feel like it's better Mexican food in Atlanta, like with your family, like how my mom cooked. But if you go to a restaurant, it's cool. Like it's not the best, you know.
Yeah.
Where I feel like LA, like you can literally go to the food truck anywhere, like. Mexican food bomb out here, like
There's some. I want to say this. There's some restaurants that are just bomb. They cater to Mexican people, and then there's some Mexican restaurants that cater to white people.
Right. I feel that.
You know, there was this one restaurant that was my best fucking restaurant, green chili wet burrito. Oh my God. He expanded and got bigger. One day I went in there was nothing but white people. I ain't got nothing against white people.
Right.
But the green chili was fucking watered down. So I called the owner and I said, hey man, can I talk to you for a second? And he was like, yeah, this was my favorite dish. What happened? And he said, now we got to do it from the can because the demand's so high.
Yeah.
He goes, and the only people that complain are Mexicans. I was like, damn, you want to keep us out and bring the white dollar in? I get it.
I love that authentic Mexican food, man.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing like it. I love it.
What about out there in, I don't know if you're a fan of mariscos, like shrimp cocktails, oysters.
Right. I'm not going to lie, I'm not a big seafood eater. I like simple stuff like fried seafood. I don't really get into all that. I don't like it like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this. Growing up in a Mexican home in Atlanta, what type of music would you say your mom and dad played for you as growing up as a kid?
My dad, like when I used to ride with my dad in his truck, in his car, he'll play like some narcos, corridos type stuff. And then my mom, I never know the artist. She used to sing a lot of like when she cleaning, doing the dishes in the kitchen. Cause we didn't have like a radio or nothing. Like it wasn't like she'll be playing music in the house, but she always be singing when she clean. I don't know the artist, but I know for a fact she was like singing a lot of Mexican artists.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
like singers who from Mexico. I don't know who they were though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever go back possibly with your family to visit family in Mexico at all?
Yeah. I went for the first time like when I was in middle school, and it was amazing. Like it was an amazing experience, very humbling. I just went recently too, like in June.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna tell you about the first time. The first time I went, man, it was very humbling because like I didn't expect, like it was nothing like dirt roads. Where we was staying like in a shack, like concrete, no AC, literally just like a concrete room.
Yeah.
Like that's with a roof on top. And it was hot as shit, hot as hell, bugs everywhere, mosquitoes. You might see a big ass spider. Like I remember they had like the wells, like the water that you like you get a bucket of water. It wasn't no like shower type shit. You got to get the bucket of water and shit and bathe and shit.
Yeah.
So like it was very humbling. Then even the people out there, like they're very like hardworking and they don't have much, but they still like just happy and live life, you know. So it was just like, it was dope. It's a fucking store at every goddamn corner. You know, somebody hustling every corner, selling chips, whatever. Like, I love, one of my favorite snacks is like chips with hot sauce with Valentina.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
You know, another thing though in LA, what I noticed, y'all like, I don't know if this a thing, but I feel like, cause I see it everywhere, tapatio.
Tapatio, yeah.
Yeah, is that like y'all hot sauce out here?
Yeah, Tapatio, Valentin, Cholula sauce.
Yeah, cause like I could go to the movies, they had tapatio hot sauce at the movie theater. I'm like, what? Like that's crazy to me. That's amazing.
Yeah.
But
I love it, man. I love Valentin, like Valentin with Doritos or Tapatio with just regular chips.
Right.
You know, or Cholula with like my breakfast.
Right.
So it all depends.
Nah, I feel that. Yeah,
You know.
I put hot sauce on everything.
No,
I love spicy food.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Me too. One thing I will say though, going to Mexico and the way you described it perfectly.
Right.
You see people there, they're not fucking complaining.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're content. Of course they want more, but that's the way they live.
Right.
And then you think to yourself, like, these people don't waste anything, and yet we throw away sometimes half of our food.
Right. Yeah.
You know, we think about how much we have here. You know,
Right.
kids that have one pair of shoes for the whole year pretty much.
Yeah.
We have 20, 30 pairs of sneakers out here.
Right.
And sometimes we scuff them up, we want to give them away.
Yeah.
It really, like what you said, it's a humbling experience because you think to yourself, man, look at how much we really, really have.
Yeah.
And yet here in the States, we have a lot of fucking complainers.
Yeah.
A lot of fucking complainers, you know. And those people over there, you know, our people are just content with throwing buckets of water over their head, you know, with
Yeah.
whatever they have.
Right. Yeah. No,
You
that's
know?
true.
You know.
And yeah, it's very humbling though. And then it was very different both times because the first time, like, I was just a regular kid. And then this second time I went, like, I'm Cap G now. Like, even going out there, like, it was crazy. Like, cause it's like a small town where I was at. So it was like everybody, like, by the first day when I landed where my auntie stayed at, it was like 3 young kids playing soccer outside, and just from them posting me on like their story and stuff, like the whole town knew that I was in town. Like, it was crazy.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and everybody showed me love. Like I feel like they ain't never seen. I feel like I gave them like inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't never get to see anybody who got something going on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I made those kids out there believe like you can do this too. So like, it was dope because at the end of the day, you know, everybody got phones, Instagrams, and even in the U.S., you could be in L.A., Hollywood, you might see somebody, you know what I'm saying, a famous guy, celebrity, whatever. Atlanta, same way, but I feel like when you go to those towns, they don't really see nobody. So to see it up close and personal, like, it really inspires them, you know what I'm saying?
No, it's true. And I believe that many of us, not just artists, sometimes whether it's Mexico, whether it's Haiti, whether it's
Right.
wherever,
Yeah.
sometimes we need to visit those towns because it needs to bring us back down to earth because
course.
we have so much. We have been blessed here. You know, if you just look at America, it is the breadbasket of the world. We feed and bless everyone.
Right.
But many times when we go to these third world countries and they don't have anything, it should help us realize how much we really, really have and how spoiled we really, really are.
Right.
You know, like for an example, we're live right now, and I'm sure we got at least 1,000 people watching.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And at least in my generation, growing up, we never had this opportunity.
Right.
But now I get to sit down with somebody from Atlanta, you know, whose roots go back to Mexico, like my family, sit across from me, 2 different generations,
Yeah.
and talk and share and entertain people
Right.
from everywhere.
Right.
I got people from Detroit. I got people from Wisconsin, from Minnesota, from Jersey, from Brooklyn that watch.
That's crazy.
You know, yeah, it's dope, man. It's dope. So I'm thankful that you're here. Now, growing up in Atlanta, I know you were raised by your mother and your father. Did they ever put you in any sports? Did you play any sports growing up?
Yeah, I played basketball. So like I feel like my mom and dad didn't really know what was going on, but luckily, like, I'm the youngest, so I had older brothers, and it's crazy, like, the house where we moved into, it was right across the street from the Boys and Girls Club. So I grew up going to the Boys and Girls Club, And I used to always I love basketball instantly. Like, so like, yeah, I was playing basketball. I played football too 1 year just to try it out, but football wasn't for me. And yeah, so I grew up playing basketball.
Were you pretty good at basketball?
Yeah, I was real good in basketball.
Can you slam?
Yeah, I could slam like when I was like in 11th grade. Not no more though. I'm old now. Them knees get to you, but yeah. I love basketball. Like, I thought I was gonna go to the NBA, and you know it's crazy that like I'm like 6'1" now, but like when I was like in the 9th, 10th grade, I was pretty short. So like I started realizing like I knew I was good, but like to go to the NBA, I was like, I'm probably not gonna make it to the NBA. I was just being real with myself, and I was already starting music and everything.
Right.
So I was like, fuck it, I'm finna just start music. And I quit basketball, but when I quit, I had my growth spurt. I got tall as hell.
Oh shit!
But it was just too late from that point. I was like, fuck it, I'm finna just chase this music shit.
Yeah. And at what point in time in your life would you say that you started dabbling into the rap game? Like, did you have a friend that was rapping?
Mm-hmm.
Did you just see it on TV and then you said, let me try to rhyme some words? How did that come about?
So it came about like this, like, well, when I was young, you know, I always like loved rap. So like, I used to be like, I don't know, I remember being in kindergarten maybe, and they teach you like the fundamentals of rhyming, and it just came naturally to me, and I don't even really like school like that, but that part of school when they taught me how to rhyme, I was like, that shit just came naturally. So I remember sometimes, I ain't take it serious, but sometimes just at the house, a little kid, I'll write raps. I just write raps, just playing around, hanging around in the streets with my friends. Like, I'll freestyle off the top of the dome. Like, it would be funny back then, because I was just like a little ignorant kid, cussing, doing all that type of shit. So, but then when I got to the 9th grade, it was this group rapping. They was like our age, and they was like locally around town. There was like this big thing, and I was like, damn, like at that point I didn't know that like you could do that, like just rap and be that young. I'm thinking, cause I mean at the end of the day it wasn't like all that. It was internet, it was just starting, but I didn't really know how to do all that. Like, how would I record a song? How would I do this? And I remember one time though, I had met a friend, and he was pretty technology savvy, and he had a rock, you know, the game Rock Band?
Yeah.
With the mic, the guitar, all that. So he had a Rock Band mic, and it comes with a USB. So he taught me that you could plug it into the computer, download this program. I think it was called Mixtapes. We got like the 30-day demo, and we just start recording from there, made CDs, passed them out at school, and from there we just became rappers. And
Okay, so let's take it back.
Yeah.
You record yourself, you play it back, you listen. Did you like what you heard?
I did.
Really?
I feel like to other people it was probably trash, but like to me, like to us, cause it was never like a solo thing. I used to do it with my friends, so to us we be like, this shit banging, this shit hard, you know what I'm saying? We love that shit, so we didn't care what nobody else thought.
So now you're handing out these CDs. What was the response you were getting back?
Man, they was fucking with it, but I feel like they was fucking with it because I'm not gonna lie, like not to sound like cocky or confident. I always pretty been like a cool guy at school, so everybody already knew me. So I feel like they just probably liked it already because I was popular already. But yeah, I feel like I just automatically gained their respect, but I don't think it was nothing crazy until I got to the 11th grade. And 11th grade, that's when so that's like 2 years later from 9th grade. So like we started going crazy 11th, 12th grade. Like locally, we was popping. I remember we would do these teenage parties, and like people would know our songs word for word. Like it was crazy.
So now, let me ask you this. I'm a little curious in this.
Yeah.
You said you were a popular kid in high school. Mm-hmm. What do you think was it that made you popular? Was it playing basketball?
Yeah, definitely. That's how, you know, it's crazy. Being a Mexican in Atlanta, I always got instant respect first for that. Like it was easy to make friends because, you know, like, say if I'm at recess at the gym, like, instantly, like, the kids try to roast John, you know, to say bad things, like, what's what's this Mexican doing on the court? You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I'm there confident because I already know when I grab this rebound, like I'm probably the best one on this court. And every time, instantly, first day of school, grab the ball, boom, everybody like looking like, what's a Mexican doing? But when I start dribbling handles, they see they like, instantly they be like, wow, like I never seen that. That man good. He Mexican.
Right.
So like I always instantly just got friends like that, like just instant respect like that. And I was the youngest, so like my brothers, they always had jobs and stuff, and they like family should, they always looked out for me. So I have like dope shoes. They'll make sure they get me some shoes, clothes. So I always looked it pretty cool. Then when I got to high school though, I wore the same size as them. So whatever they wore, I was wearing. So I was wearing all their clothes, shoes.
Looking fresh.
Yeah, and I always was different. Like I always did what I wanted to do. Like I remember getting a mohawk in school, coloring my hair. Like I was doing stuff that people wasn't doing, and I was always just taking chances with stuff.
And I think that's part of your success is that you dared to be different.
Yeah.
And there's a quote that I like to quote every once in a while. Nobody has ever made a difference by following or doing what everybody else is doing.
Right, right.
You chose at a young age to be different.
Right.
People might have looked at you odd, or people might have said, man, that's dope.
Right.
He's himself.
Yeah.
You know, and I see that you continue to be by yourself, and that's why you've been successful.
Mm-hmm.
Many times in genres of music, many people would see hear a hot song and say, we need to sound like them, or we need to do this when we need to stay on our own lane.
Of course.
Whether it's musically, whether it's, attire-wise, or just our look, our hair, or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So now, really quick, I'll tell you where I got my respect. You got your respect on the court.
Right.
Many times as a teenager, I would go to house parties, hall parties, or even many times being sneaked into a club.
Right.
And back then, here, all the DJs, believe it or not, were black. All of them.
That's crazy.
So my brother, being one of the first Mexican DJs, DJing in the city of Long Beach, he would take me. I was already good at turntables because I always practiced at home. Nobody really saw me.
Yeah.
So when they would see me cut it up, it was totally like, what the fuck?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was like this Mexican. It wasn't this DJ. This Mexican can fuck it up.
Yeah.
So I can understand how you got that respect, on the court.
Right, yeah, because they never seen nothing like it. They like, this Mexican DJ, he found the turntable. Like, what?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how it was, yeah.
Now, after basketball and everything, did you ever want to, because, you got the elements of hip-hop, whether it's graffiti, whether it's b-boying, when I say b-boying, breakdancing, pop locking, then you have MCing, and that's 4 of them, DJing. Did you ever want to dabble in the DJ business at all? Did you ever want to, you ever do graffiti, you ever pop lock or breakdance?
Nah, I never really wanted to get into none of that, but I would say, it's not graffiti, but I remember when I was young, like I used to draw and paint, and I remember I sold it. I wonder where that painting at. It wasn't a painting. It was a drawing with charcoal, and I remember I sold it for like $200. I had got like a $200 check. It was like in this gallery, and it got sold. I was probably like 12 years old.
And what was it that you drew?
I drew a man with dreads, and it was just like a random picture, face shot in the magazine, and I just drew him. And like, how like with charcoal, I was like shading all that, like I was smudging the charcoal, all that. But that was like, I feel like when I was young, I was just dibbling, dabbling and everything. Cause like when you in the Boys and Girls Club, they got the gym, of course, the court, they gonna have the arts and crafts center, they gonna have the computer lab. They just got hella shit in there. So like I was always, it was free. And I was in that bitch learning everything.
What about in basketball? Did you get a lot of girl groupies, man?
Yeah. I used to like when we used to have middle school, we go to the court, cheerleaders, all that. Like, yeah, they used to be. I feel like I was just different. Like, I'm already different just because I'm the only Mexican on the basketball team. Like, cause we had Hispanics going to the school, but they was playing soccer.
Okay.
So I always just been like the only one. Like I'll be on the only Mexican on the basketball team. Like, yeah, so it was just like I was automatically different even without trying to be.
Right. Okay, before we go to break, a couple of quick questions. You a big time football fan?
I like football. I'm not gonna act like I know everything about it though, but I do fuck with it.
So Atlanta Falcons?
Yeah, I'm hoping, you know, at the end of the day I support the hometown, but we Wayne, man. We had a good run like a couple years ago, man. I don't know how they fucked up that shit, that championship, man.
That
we
Super
was
Bowl.
fucking halftime. I think we was up like 3 touchdowns. That man Brady is a fool.
I think it was like 28-3 or something like that, bro.
That man Brady, that boy is a god. That boy the GOAT, man.
Yeah,
I was
bro.
mad as hell. I don't know though, man. We're gonna see what they do this year, but
Atlanta Braves fan?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that much into baseball, but I seen that we almost made it to the finals last year, I think. And I was mad as shit. We lost. We could have went to the World Series. I think we lost to y'all, matter of fact, to the Dodgers.
I think so.
Yeah.
What about the Hawks?
The Hawks. Now I fuck with the Hawks. Like we starting to find our pathway because it was the same way how the Falcons was. Like, you know, you want to support that home team, but they ain't there yet. But now we got Trey Young. They've been drafting some young players who been stepping up. So we looking good. Like last year, we almost made it to the championship. We was like one playoff away. We lost to Giannis.
Yeah.
To Giannis, them. They ended up winning the championship. So we got a good young team, and they young too. That's the best thing because Atlanta I feel like they be getting the wrong people sometimes. Yeah, but we looking good. Yeah.
All good, man. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take a 10-minute break. We're going to come back, and then I'm going to ask you the Tekashi question.
All right.
Okay, everybody. Once again, call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody, let them know that Cap G's in the motherfucking building. We'll be back 10 minutes. Don't fuck around. Welcome back, everyone, to Roadium Radio, episode 193, and I'm here with none other than Cat G. But before I get back into this interview, I got to give my boy from 310 Micheladas, a shout out. He brought me 3 different types of drinks. One of them is the yellow drink has pineapple juice with a little bit of coconut mix with Hennessy. Once again, 310 Micheladas, pineapple juice with a little bit of coconut mix with Hennessy. The red drink has cranberry and pineapple juice mixed with Bucanas. So those of you guys that like Bucanas, get the red drink, okay? Then you have coconut horchata mixed with rum. All 3 drinks have 3 shots. So make sure you guys get at my boy, 310 Micheladas. We're going to go ahead and put them on the description at the end of the video, or at the interview. Then you guys can get at his DM and he'll deliver. You guys can meet up, do whatever. But I'm going to get drunk tonight. All right. So without further ado, once again, Cap G, the place to be. How you doing, my brother?
I'm good. What's up?
Okay. You know what? I don't even remember how long ago it was. Could have been a year ago. Could have been, no, it had to be a couple of years back. When Tekashi started going live and started saying, who's been putting it on more for the Mexicans? If I'm correct, that's what I'm quoting him. So he went around asking people, and then somebody said, if there's anybody out there putting it on for the Mexicans, it's been Cap G. And then for some reason, he had a bone to pick with you. How did all that start? Do you remember?
Yeah, I just remember waking up to like a video, and I think he mentioned my name first, like Cap G. And it was like when has he released the song, some other stuff, and I was just like, what's going on? Stop mentioning my name. Like, yeah, but I just remember waking up to that. I ain't really go far into it.
Yeah. And now, have you ever met this guy?
Yeah, I met Tekashi a long time ago, maybe like 2-3 years ago. One time we just had a show together.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, and this was all before the whole rat thing, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
So you did a show with him. How was his performance? I've never met anybody that's seen him perform, so that's why I'm asking you.
It was dope. It was cool.
People were into it.
Yeah, he a dope performer. For sure.
And in person, how was he with you?
He was cool. He was solid then.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, he just decided to pick a bone with you, pick a fight with you or something.
I guess so. I mean, I don't know how. I just remember. I don't like when people got my name in their mouth. So that was all for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't really get deep into it. It is what it is. You feel me? But yeah.
And then you did a video, I guess, addressing him.
Yeah.
You know. Do you recall what you said in that video?
I just remember the video. I don't remember what I said, but I just remember the video was just like, shit, just don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't play with me like that. Don't put my name in your mouth, you know, especially about something like that. You feel me? Like,
right.
That was all.
That guy even back then was a big-time cloud chaser because he had no business really actually even mentioning you. And second, why are you worried about who's putting it on more for the Mexican people? Like, why? Just do your shit.
Right.
You know, let people support you.
Yeah.
Instead of, you know, it's kind of like somebody saying, I'm great, I'm the best. My thing is this, let the people say it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think that's the issue with guys like that is that they like to claim. I mean, I have people that sit across from me that have told me, I'm successful, I'm this, I'm that, you know, it's like.
You know, it's crazy. I never really got into like the like when rappers, like Mexican rappers or Hispanic rappers. I feel like that's a big thing for Mexican rappers. Because, of course, we not in the game, but I feel like sometimes people always want to claim that throne, like, oh, I do this. I'm putting on the most. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I never really got that deep into it because at the end of the day, shit, I want to see all my people win, you feel me? So, like, I don't care about all that. I just make music for who listen to me, and that's what it is. Shit,
yeah.
If it become the biggest thing, it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's one thing I will say, though, about L.A., and I'm sorry to say, whether people get upset or not, many rappers would agree with me. Many rappers would disagree with me. We're all entitled to our own opinion. But many people here want to be the best. Right. I'm the best. I'm putting it down. I got this going on.
I feel like there's nothing wrong with wanting to be the best. But, yeah, I feel like you should always, you know, I ain't saying bring everybody, but shit, if you can support it because it ain't a lot of us. Like, of course, on the way there, you know, you always gonna look for yourself. But once you get to that point, like put some other artists on. You feel me?
Yeah, and that's one thing that I've always preached here, is that like I don't mind helping people, especially here, giving them a platform, giving them an audience of at least 1,000 people, even on a bad day.
Right.
You got 1,000 people watching. Most rappers have never possibly performed in front of 1,000 people.
Right.
So I give them that opportunity, and their success for me is my pay. I always tell them, when you walk through that door of success, leave the door open and help somebody else.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
I definitely agree with that.
You know, but most people, I'm not going to say all of them, but let me say this. Let me reiterate that. Few amount of people have gotten drunk in front of me and told me, as soon as I walk through that motherfucking door, I'm closing it. Everybody's going to have to pay homage to me. And I'm like, that's the wrong fucking attitude.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
You won't see those guys back here anymore.
Yeah, because even my journey, my story, like, boy, by the time, it wasn't easy for me to get where I'm at now. Like, it was hella hurdles. It's not easy at all. And shit, I never had that attitude of like, shit, when I get there, like, I'm gonna be fuck it. Nah, like, I'm about helping, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of course, I'm gonna look out for myself first, because in the beginning, I'm trying to get somewhere. I'm like, how I'm gonna help you? I'm trying to get to where I'm trying to be. But now, you know, I'm at a good place now. Like, I don't mind, like, if I fuck with you, like, doing a feature with you, posting you, just supporting, you feel me? Because I want to see other cats get money too, you feel me?
Yeah, okay. So now, you were saying that I think you were a teenager at the time, if I'm correct, when you got signed to Atlantic?
Yeah, I was, well, I don't know if that's a teenager. I was probably like 18.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I had just graduated high school. Funny thing is, I remember being a senior. I was like 17 as a senior, and I remember typical shit that I feel like, you know, if you got like immigrant parents, you know, they always want you to go to school type shit. So like, I never really I knew always how to get by and shit, but I never really liked the school like that. So I liked the social shit, like, you know, girls and all that, but I never liked the work, none of that. So I just wasn't, I'm the type of person, I feel like I got to be passionate about something to do it. So like, I wasn't really passionate about being a doctor one day, something like that. So I remember one day I was supposed to take the ACT, I think, or SAT, either one, and I had overslept. And I was just like, man, fuck that shit. Like, that's a sign. Like, I'm finna become a rapper, but I'm finna take this rapping shit serious. And one thing about me though, like, I knew I wasn't gonna play with it. Like, I knew once I graduated, like, I'm finna lock in. And I remember, like, that summer, I was already staying with one of my older brothers, so it was just me and him. And I remember I was waking up, like, I probably did that for a whole year. I was waking up like 6 in the morning, locking myself in the room, just studying raps, everything, freestyling, just working on my rhymes. I did that for like a whole year, 6 a.m. all the way to like nighttime. Of course, I took a couple breaks and stuff, but I used to like just lock myself in the room. And that shit really helped me a lot. And
was there any specific artist that you studied?
Yeah. I used to study Kendrick Lamar a lot. That's a crazy thing. Like, at that time, he wasn't even like who he is now. He was still kind of underground. And I remember when I first found out about him, I was like, bro, his shit is hard, amazing. I love the lyricism. Like, I remember he had this before even like what was the swimming pool? This before that. And I ain't gonna say I'm the first to listen to him. I'm not at all, but I remember I just caught him before he hit mainstream.
Right.
He had he had some, I forgot what that shit called, when he in the street rapping to like a jazz type beat. But I used to just watch all his YouTube videos and study him. Then I used to also study Drake, Jay-Z, Outkast. I used to study Outkast a lot too. And I remember I used to freestyle a lot, just like come up with a lot of melodies. Like, I probably freestyle for like 2 hours to YouTube beats, like just melodies. Even if I'm not saying nothing, no words, I'm making melodies, just freestyling melodies. So like, I used to do a lot of little shit that I used to make my own type of little techniques up type shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, something interesting you brought up, you had said that in school, you know, people would say, "Damn, you got a Mexican on the basketball court."
Right.
When you started rapping in Atlanta, at least where you grew up, being possibly predominantly black, did they ever look at you and say, "Damn, a Mexican in the rap game"?
Right.
You know, so did they ever?
You saying when I start rapping?
Yes.
Um,
Because they said that about you in basketball,
Right.
And it's totally understandable.
right.
But now in the rap game being predominantly black,
Yeah.
that they ever look at you the same way they looked at you when you played basketball, like, wow, we got a Mexican in the rap game.
Yeah, definitely. It was like in an adult way though, because like, so for instance, in my high school, when everybody knew I rap, like nobody really gave me that type of feeling, because I feel like, you know how like I went to like elementary, middle school, high school, it was like in the same area. So you know you're gonna grow up like with everybody. Everybody gonna go to the same schools, middle, high school. So it wasn't like nothing new to nobody. But I feel like in the 11th grade when I started spreading my music, because I was in a group, that's where my name Cap G comes from. Like the Cap stands for Kids That Play. We was young and that's what we called ourselves. And like when we was in the 11th grade, our music really caught on in the Atlanta area, like all over. So I feel like it was like that, but it was like in a good way though. It was like, damn, like it made people listen to us more. Like it was like, damn, like this man hard and he Mexican type shit.
Right,
you feel
right.
me?
Okay. So you were in a group and it was a KAP?
Yeah, KAP, that's what it is, yeah.
Okay, and you just pretty much just kept that name to yourself then?
Right, yeah, like we all got the name still, like, you know, kind of like, I guess like how like ASAP Rocky, ASAP Barry, all them, yeah, we just put the cap in front of it type shit, yeah.
So you guys created, if you will, a neighborhood underground buzz.
Right.
And everybody knew who you guys were. How many were in the group?
Just 3.
Okay, 3.
3.
Okay, so then how did you get the attention? Well, let me ask this. As a producer and as a DJ, who was producing these beats for you guys? Were they just YouTube beats? Were they?
So it's crazy. This dude named Omari, he my brother was already like, my brother who's my manager still now, Juan, he was already like trying to get in the music industry business, and he was like messing with writers and producers, so he knew a couple people, and he put me with this dude. He put us with this dude named Omari, and he was making like all our beats. He recorded us, did everything pretty much. And there was also another producer named KP on the beat. He used to make a lot of our beats too, and record us too.
What were you guys recording onto? Was it a laptop, a real studio?
Nah, it was like a home setup studio. Like it was a real studio, but it wasn't nothing crazy. But it was like the right. You know how you make a studio in your house type shit? Yeah, that type vibe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you get signed, if I'm correct, at 18.
Yeah, 18.
Okay. Now was this with Cap or the group or this solo?
Nah, solo. So when I got out of high school, I had dropped a solo song called Tatted Like Amigos featuring Chief Keef.
Okay.
And so that song, like, it went pretty viral on the internet. I remember paying for the World Star, and that shit went crazy.
So
and
it was worth paying for it?
Yeah. Paid for the World Star. It was on YouTube too, and it like did like millions of views. And from there, I started getting calls in from like certain labels. And
how did you meet the feature artist that was on that track with you?
Man, so like what's crazy is that I don't know if you know who that is, but Chief Keef, he was buzzing already in Chicago, but like I feel like in Atlanta nobody really knew who he was yet. Like he was about to get big, so I caught on him early. And I just paid for the feature, and we made it happen. We went all the way to Chicago to shoot the video, like just running gun style. Like my brother rented like a van, took all my homies up there. Then he was on house arrest, so we shot it at his grandma's house. He had all his homies. Like we just shot it like that. Boom. Then I went back home to Atlanta to shoot another scene just to make the video full. And I did it like in apartments, and it just came out dope. And it was.
So at 18 years old, you're doing all of this, if I'm correct?
Yeah, 18, yeah.
Fuck, bro, you know what that shows? Like determination, perseverance, like you really believed in yourself and what you were doing.
Yeah.
You know, and I truly admire that, man, because, I mean, I've never had to go somewhere and film anywhere. everything we maybe because we live here in LA, so we can recreate something.
Right.
You know, but for your brother to say, "Fuck it, let's just go to Chicago, let's roll out there."
And then even at that time, like shit, I ain't gonna say I was a nobody, but nobody really knew me across the nation. So like, we trying to get in contact like with his manager and stuff, and they like not really hitting us back. And then out of nowhere, the manager just called us like out of nowhere, like boom, he could shoot it tomorrow. So we just did all that shit like literally right then and there,
so running gun shit.
Running gun shit, like fuck it, we out, let's go. Yeah.
How was he when you met him? Was cool?
He was cool as hell. He was cool as hell. Yeah, he really like, you know how like a lot of times, cause I'm even like that. Like I try not to do it no more as much, but you know like when you do features, paid features, like a lot of times you ain't just gonna love the song sometimes. So like he really loved the song, like he fucked it with it, like he really fucked it with the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that shit went viral then.
Yeah, it went crazy, yeah.
So what do you think do you think that's what opened the doors or led to you getting signed?
Yeah. That was the reason why I got signed. When I dropped that video, a lot of labels started calling me, and like the A&Rs at the labels. And this dude named KP, he's a part, I don't know if you know about the Dungeon family with Outkast and all them. Yeah, so he a part of the Dungeon family. He actually from the same like side of town where I'm from, and he seen where I shot the video where I shot it at when I came back to Atlanta is these apartments called Charlestown. So he was like, what intrigued him was, because I remember him telling me, he was like, what's a Mexican doing like in Charlestown over there? And he was just intrigued, and he automatically was in, like he one of the people like signed T.I. He signed a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? So he signed me to Atlantic. And then from there, he was good friends with Pharrell. And I remember I was just supposed to work with Pharrell. So when we started working, instantly by the time like we worked a couple days, maybe 2 or 3, but by the end like Pharrell wanted to be a part of my shit too, and I ended up signing with Pharrell too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, when you signed with Pharrell, we're talking about Pharrell from the Happy song.
Yeah, Pharrell.
Okay.
Pharrell, yeah.
Now, you met him. Did you sign with him before Atlantic? Or
nah, when I was with Atlantic.
Okay.
So I did like a kind of like a partnership, I guess. Yeah. Because
Okay.
I was already with Atlantic.
Well, you know, for the people that may not know and probably will never have the chance to meet a Pharrell, and you sat with them and worked with them.
Right.
How was he as a person? How was he with you?
Oh man, shit. He got great energy, genius, cool as hell. Yeah, like to be honest, like shit, that was one of those times like when I got the news that I'm working with Pharrell, I was like, okay, shit. I prepared for it. Like I was like, shit, this ain't just anybody. I'm like, I gotta go in here and knock everything out, like make sure I kill everything. And yeah, we instantly just vibed, man. That's my dog, and
Okay.
that's how everything happened. That's how everything happened.
So going back to Atlantic, they get in contact with you, so they fly you out here? Is that
Nah,
what
they
did?
actually flew out to Atlanta. The CEO flew out to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he just says, here's the contract, or?
Shit, first he met me, you know what I'm saying? You know, first he met me, and instantly they wanted to sign me, and yeah, and you know, from there, you know, they send the contracts and stuff to the lawyers.
Okay, cool. Because I remember one time when we got our deal with Disney, we saw the contract, but our lawyer needed to take care of everything.
Right.
And that actually, believe it or not, took a couple of damn months. I was like, I want to get paid, sign that motherfucker.
Yeah. That shit take time, because
Yeah.
you got to change stuff up, because first of all, they going to give you what's best for them, not what's best for you. So like the lawyer going to make sure he get everything right for you. So you're going to do a lot of changes back and forth.
Back and forth.
Yeah.
Very, very true. Now, what year was this?
When I signed with Atlantic, right?
Yes.
Shit, probably 2013. So I could have been 18 or 19, either one.
Okay. And now here's the thing that I want to bring up. Maybe you could help me, because you were probably one of the last Mexicans that I know ever signed to a major record label. Okay. And if I'm correct, I believe Snow the Product was actually even signed to Atlantic. Are record labels still giving out record deals?
Yeah, they still giving out record deals.
I mean, I know it's kind of like a dumb question because I know they're still in business, I guess. But what I'm saying is because today, a rapper trying to get a major record deal is like trying to win the lottery twice.
Right.
Okay.
I feel like they not giving out record deals like back in the day, or even my time. It was still people getting signed and they might not have no following.
Right.
And I feel like now you gotta like definitely have a following. Once in the blue moon, I feel like if it's like, you know, a A&R might just fuck with you hard, some way y'all just like in the same circle, he find out about you, just little shit like that, you could get signed without having a following, but that rarely happens now. I feel like everybody getting signed now gotta have a following.
In 2006, DJ Quick, AMG dropped a single called "Can You Work With That?" Okay, and this was, I want to say, during the crunk era.
Right, okay.
And I was DJing for those guys at the time, and they were trying to shop a deal with Sony.
Right.
And Sony told them, go get your buzz,
right,
and then come back.
Right.
So I know from that point on, they wanted you to have a following already.
Right.
Sometimes, like you said, it's every blue moon that they just see gold in somebody and say, fuck the following, we'll get him a following.
Right.
He's got the goods.
He's a star.
Yes. So I'm glad we're talking about this because I know that there's rappers listening and possibly are wondering, like, how come I haven't been signed?
Right.
I get it. But at the same time, the independent game is so good right now.
Right.
You could be in control and make all your money.
Right. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, it was like, I felt like I made it. I feel like I made it. I feel like that's everybody's dream, like to get signed to a record deal, especially when you ain't got shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel like, oh, I signed to this legendary brand. It could be Atlantic. It could be Def Jam. It could be a lot. If you feel like you made it. And when I got on there, I just learned. It was a journey, man. I just got out of my deal like maybe a year ago. So I've been with them from 2013 to 2020, 7 years, and it was like I just learned a lot of shit that I'll probably never do again, but that's a part of the process sometimes, you know what I'm saying? I got $1 million experience from that, but yeah, I feel like my advice, I feel like now what I know now, I feel like getting with a major label is really just up to you, because when you get with a major label, they gonna give you a little push and stuff, but you still gotta do all that shit by yourself. And sometimes it be politics too, cause like you got some people who like, if you plugged in with the right people at the label, like they gonna push that button on you just being a new artist, like they gonna go ham on you. But me, I feel like shit, like I feel like they tried, it didn't really work out in the beginning. So then like I feel like I just got kind of shelved, and then I did everything literally probably myself, like. So I could have been independent, basically. Like, I did everything. I had to go to the studio. Shit, I was shooting the videos, all that. Like, I was grinding like an independent artist. And really, shit, I would have made way more money not signing with them. Yeah. So, you know, it just, you live and learn, you feel me?
Yeah.
And a lot of times, like, when, like, especially being Mexican on the label, like, they don't really know what to do with you. You know what I'm saying?
Very
so you
true.
gotta figure out that shit yourself. And when I got with the major label shit, I'm coming from nothing. I don't know shit. Like, so I'm not even knowing how a label works, none of that. So like, when I realized shit, I'm just always had common sense, at least, that like I ain't finna just be not doing shit. So like, I've always had a hustle. I'm like, fuck that shit. I'm finna drop music. I'm finna still be drop my videos on YouTube. And from there, like, it just created a fan base, and it never, like, it went gradually every time. And then from 2016, that's when I dropped, like, my most anticipated project, and I got, like, a crazy big single. It went on the radio. I remember the DJs Young California, Dre Sinatra, DJ Charisma. I remember they just believed in the record, the Girlfriend record. They believed in it. They was like the first ones, and they just believed in it so much it became like one of the hottest records out here that year.
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk a little bit more about that because if I'm correct, that record actually even went gold, if I'm correct.
It went platinum, yeah.
It went platinum. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit more about that when we come back from break. But we got a couple of more minutes before we go to break. My thing is this, that I like what you said, you know, about especially being Mexican. You got to find out who your market is, or the label said, what am I going to do with him? Who am I going to sell him to?
Right.
You know, and that's something that I think record labels need to strategize. I believe not only record labels, but as an artist. Let me just share this with you. When I started my first documentary that I directed, a guy that had been very successful in films always told me, make sure before you start, you realize who your crowd is going to be. Mm-hmm. If you can realize that, he said, then just cater to them.
Right.
Because those are the ones that are going to support you.
Right.
So as a rapper, now I'm not a rapper, but I'm speaking from what I hear. As a rapper, find out who your audience is.
Yep,
you know,
definitely.
Cater to them, and they will love you. They will support you. You know, they will show up to your meetings. They will show up to your shows. They will be faithful, but take care of them. Many times, a lot of guys, they rap and they don't know who their fan base is coming from.
Right.
So you're kind of just rapping, fucking wasting time. Know who your
your
crowd is.
Know who your crowd is. Know what your lane gonna be. You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now, now that you're independent, say that say you go to an auditorium. I gave this example the other day, and you do a Q&A session for kids that are maybe 10th, 11th grade and they want to rap. Mm-hmm. Say somebody asks you, I'm a Mexican kid too. I have immigrant parents.
Right.
I'm a rapper. I have somewhat of a buzz. But what is it about you that you think has made you successful thus far?
I think one would be my work ethic, and two would be just me always figuring shit out, being innovative. Because I feel like my journey was like a fucking puzzle. Like, you know how you do a puzzle, like you gotta find every piece until you're done, and I'm still not done yet. So like, I feel like everybody path different. You just gotta figure it out. And I don't know how to explain it, but I just always figure everything out for myself. And that's how I always just been. Like, it's always a door closed on me, I just open another one up, and I just always figure it out, man. Right. I just always do. Like, okay, I know that the label ain't doing nothing right now. Fuck it, shit. I'm finna come like this way, boom, boom, okay, boom. That shit just went. Now they hopping on, okay. I just always figure it out, to be honest.
Right. And one thing I would say to these people asking questions, if this is what you want to do, you know you're talented enough to do it. You know, you gotta have perseverance. You gotta have determination.
Yeah.
Never quit. Okay.
Right.
But here's my thing. I think that eventually, if you work hard, if you invest in yourself, it's going to come back.
Yeah.
It's going to come back. But now, was there ever a time in your career where you were possibly, I guess for lack of better words, on top, and then let's just say maybe your career went stagnant, it really wasn't going anywhere for a moment?
Yeah.
Maybe you might have felt down. Did you ever have those moments where like, fuck, I got to encourage myself, this is what I want to do?
Yeah, like, for instance, like, 2016, boom, I get a big single. 2017, I had a follow-up big single. 2018, still dropping music. Then 2019, 2020, and now, like, since 2018, like, I didn't drop music, so, like, I was trying to get my business together, like, trying to figure out my shit with my contract, all that. Fucking coronavirus happened, so, you know, a lot of people, they'll think like, oh, you just like fell off, you're not, you know what I'm saying, you're not dropping music no more. But I just took a step back because I had to get everything right. Because a lot of people forget that, like, yeah, I could drop songs all the time, but I'm like, when you learn the business, you like, fuck that, like, I need my money. Like, I'm not finna just be putting this shit out and I'm not making the amount of money I'm supposed to be making. Right. So once I got my business right, shit, I'm back. And man, you go through so many ups and downs, bro. Like, I remember one year, maybe 2018, I was like, fuck, like, cause I was just trying to get my shit together. The music was never a problem for me. It was just like the business. I'm like, fuck, like, I gotta figure this contract shit out. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but hey, yeah. And I used to get, cause I used to want to release music. I feel like I was like right there, like where I could have just went crazy, but like I had hit a end, like I had hit a door because I had to get my business right. Like, it just wasn't gonna make sense.
Right.
And
And I guess the point you're trying to get across, and I think it's a good point that you're sharing it with people younger than you, people of your generation, and older people that are still rapping. Learn the business. Honestly, I can never encourage you enough to learn the business. Last question before we go to break.
Right.
One point, you said it's 2016, 2017, you're dropping heaters.
Yeah.
You got friends. Cap G. Then maybe it goes a little stagnant, you know, people may talk, oh, he's falling off. Did you ever go to that point where you kind of lost friends?
I have recently, but not because of that. We just, you know, had you know, sometimes you might outgrow somebody, but y'all still cool with each other, care about them. But to be honest, I'm just always the type of person, like, I never really kept nobody who wasn't solid. Like, everybody be around me is the same people who I knew since I was young. Like, I ain't that rapper who got, like, new friends, who hang out with new people, like, got friends, new friends every year. Like, everybody who be around me, like, pretty much my day one. So, like, they love, I ain't gonna say, like, you know, son, well, shit, yeah, like, in that time, they was still with me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, still my boy, whether I'm Cap G or George.
All good. Good. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take a 10-minute break. We're going to come right back. We're going to talk to people what you're going to be dropping next, where can people see you next, what are you doing, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so once again, call somebody, text somebody, you know the rest. Once again, Cap G's in the motherfucking building. We'll be back 10 minutes.
Hey, Tony, drop that. What, bass?
I bet.
My name is the Croft, the C-R-A-W-F-O-R-D, the poet high C. Tony A. the wizard, just as cool as a blizzard, thinking out of tongue, stabbing pussy like a lizard. Oops, I'm sorry, homie, I didn't mean to say that. Steve is in the house, come on, won't you play that funky dope beat? You know you gotta throw me some Stanley's ass Croft, coming straight from the Roadium.
You are now about to witness
Tony A.
Get funky. Kill black speed.
Tell them where you from.
You don't think how I'm living, well, fuck you.
Who's on a Saturday night in LA? Yo, feeling kind of fancy.
Stop what you're doing, cause I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you used to. What the hell are you looking for? Can a young man make money anymore? Where my jewels are like freaking on the floor? Or is it my job to make sure I'm poor? Destruction is horrible, nourish not justify. Those that live at the FBI, look at mama's baby.
Y'all heard, take it from the top.
Get that shit, new chop. Power move on.
If you mess with me,
Welcome back, everyone, to Roadium Radio episode 193. And just a quick reminder, once again, pick these up from my boy 310 Michelada. Make sure you guys hit him. His Instagram will be on the description after the video is posted. Pick up these drinks. Tell him Tony A sent you, and give the promo code Roadium Radio. I'm only playing for a discount. But anyways, let me give a big shout out to, once again, Gold Toes and to Pocho Live of the Pocho Live podcast show. We had such a dope interview the other night, historic interview. So make sure you guys go check that out. And tonight, I still have 2 interviews tonight. Make sure you guys tune in. But other than that, we're going to go ahead and jump right back into it with none other than Cap G in the place to be. How you doing, brother?
Good.
You enjoying yourself?
Yeah.
How you like those electrolytes? They're pretty good?
Yeah, I'm fucking with it. I fuck with that cucumber Gatorade.
The cucumber Gatorade is bomb, huh?
Yeah, I always fuck with it.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Is that cucumber Gatorade, is that just like a Mexican thing, bro?
I think that's a Mexican thing, because when I get that shit in Atlanta, all my homies be like, that shit nasty. I be like, yeah, tripping, this shit hitting. I think that's a Mexican thing.
I think so too. That shit is bomb.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you, do you drink Clamato? Do you ever drink that?
Yeah. I my ex-girlfriend, she put me on Micheladas.
Oh, no shit.
I love that shit.
Hell yeah.
I get one, like.
Hell yeah. I heard you were partying last night. What were you drinking, man?
Man, I was drinking Casamigos. Casamigos.
And that's not because you like the amigos. Now, let me ask you this. This is what's trending.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the Donda shit by Kanye West. And I don't say that like shit, like to disrespect, because I know it's his mother's name. I want to respect that. But I'm talking about the music aspect of it.
Right.
The album. Have you gotten a chance to hear that?
Donda, I listened to a couple tracks.
Okay.
I didn't really get to vibe out to it like that yet, but I listened to it.
And so far, and I guess we're only giving our opinion from so far from what we've heard. What is your opinion on it?
I think as far as quality and everything, I think it's a great project. I just think it's just not for me. Like what I'm on right now in my life, just not for me. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm correct, Drake's album already dropped?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the title of that album? Do you guys know?
CLB. What is that? Certified Lover Boy. Yeah.
Okay. And have you heard it? Have you vibed out?
Yeah. No, I done vibed out to that. Yeah.
What you think?
See, that's more on my time right there, cause just like he talking about some shit that I'm on right now. You feel me?
Okay.
The beats. I like more like, up tempo, 808s and shit. So yeah, I fuck with it.
Okay. Now we're gonna ask a question on the live chat. Which album is better? Okay. So and it's already up. He'll let us know in a couple of minutes. I listened to, and I don't want my critics to get upset. Okay, but I speak from the gut.
Right.
I listened to the Drake. I mean, not the Drake. I haven't listened to the Drake's album yet. Let me clarify that. But to the Donda, Kanye West.
Yeah.
And I was speechless. When I say speechless, I just wasn't like, I was like, I'll be real with you. I was like, what the fuck is this? That's what I said. What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Now, I know some people are like, Tony, you're just fucking hating.
Right.
I can have my opinion, man.
Yeah.
You know, stop it with this hating. I mean, if I don't like that Pulp Fiction shirt,
Right.
you can't, you're just hating. I just probably don't like it.
Yeah, you just don't like
You
it.
know, if you don't like burritos de chile verde, I'm not going to tell you, you're,
No,
you know.
I feel you.
So, I mean, I like Patron. You know, you like Casamigos.
Right. I like Patron too, though.
Yeah, see, okay, see. So, yeah, we're not hating. We're not.
I like tequila.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm a
General.
fucking. Oh my God! The other day, me and my boy Gold we had was it 1942, Brian? 1942, fucking Don Julio.
añejo.
We killed that whole fucking bottle, bro. I was slurring my words like if I had some
That
gold
shit
teeth in my
fuck you up.
mouth.
That añejo get you. That shit get you there.
Yeah. But now, if you're interested, man, take some of these. We got some over there. These
Okay,
are a
for
gift
sure.
to us. Horchata, I believe this is cranberry and juice. And I'll give you the ingredients. Maybe you
Okay.
could make a suicide, all three of them.
Oh
But,
shit.
no.
That's real suicide right there.
Yeah. So now, had a couple of questions. Let me see where I put my notes at, because I rarely ever take notes, but I wanted to for this one.
Right.
Okay. There's a song that most people say that bring up about you,
Right.
that they say it's a very overrated song, and I want you just to kind of elaborate on it.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm correct, I think it might have came out 2018. Correct me if I'm wrong. A Day Without a Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
Care to speak on it?
Yeah, shit. A day without a Mexican. It's kind of like just self-explanatory. Like, what's a day without a Mexican? We basically make this shit go. Like, if it was no Mexicans in the U.S., like, the world would be in trouble. Who gonna get your crops? Who gonna get you the vegetables? Who gonna get your food? Who gonna cook the food for you? It's like we make the U.S. go. You feel me?
Yeah. You know, one of my boys, he bought a MAGA hat. You know, the Donald Trump hat, the MAGA hat, and and he brought it to me.
Right.
And he said, I told him, what the fuck did you bring me that for? You know,
Yeah.
Make America great again or
Great,
whatever.
yeah.
And I go, why did you bring me that? And he goes, bro, look at it. And I was like, bro, I don't want to wear that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And he goes, look at it, please. I grabbed it. Okay, nothing fucking special. Tossed it back. Goes, look inside. You're pissing me off, Tone. I looked at the label. Made in Mexico.
That's crazy. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy right there. For real?
Donald Trump's wearing a hat. It was made in Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah. So yeah. But A Day Without a Mexican. Was that 2018 when it dropped?
I think 2018.
Okay. Yeah. A lot of people have told me, ask him about that. Ask him about that. We think that's an underrated song.
Yeah, it's
So,
definitely.
Now, very quickly, let me come over here once again because, give me 1 second, guys. I had a question I think you guys will be interested in. Okay, now you've had a couple of features or people that you work with, and some of the credits go from, we already talked about Chief Keef, we talked about Pharrell, but I have Chris Brown,
Yeah.
Young Thug, Gunna, YFN, Lucci. You care to speak on any of those? I mean,
Shit. I don't forgot who I got featured with. Who you just named somebody who I was going to speak on.
Chris Brown, Young Thug.
like Chris Brown. Chris Brown, that's my boy. I met him like in 2017 at 16 or 17, I don't remember, but I met him at the Powell. I'm not gonna say the radio station, 'cause I might get it wrong, but
Okay, but at a radio station.
Yeah, but at a radio station concert at the where the Lakers playing shit. And,
okay.
And from there, shit, we were just locked in. Before that though, it was crazy. I remember in like 2014 or 15, I remember I dropped this mixtape and I had this song called "Fuck It Up," and I remember out of nowhere, like he tagged me in it and he was like dancing to my song, and I was like, that shit was just crazy. Like I was like, oh shit, cause I was still like super underground then, so I was like, damn. So I been like just always fucked it with him, even before that, of course, but just fucked it with him for that. He was real for that. So when I met him, we just locked in, and man, we was like in the studio like for a whole week and a half, like just vibing and kicking it. That's my boy though.
Dope. What about Young Thug? How was it working with him?
Thug, man, he dope, man. He got his own style. The song "Don't Need Him," that's actually one of my favorite verses I got that I did for myself. I was listening to it the other day, but Thug, he's super cool, genuine. I remember we shot the video. Shit, he gave me the stack of money, all that. He genuine. He always want to see people win for sure.
Dope. Then you had the song "Girlfriend." Okay, went platinum.
Right.
Okay. But let's just say that there's a youngster out there, 17, 18 years old, and he hears that your song went platinum.
Right.
Can you share with him what platinum means?
Platinum basically just means you sold a million units.
Okay.
Basically, it did it made basically like $1 million. But the way it is now, you got streaming, so it goes from, because you can still buy a record, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now majority of everything is streaming, and I forgot how many streams equals a sale, but it basically means it was streamed and bought 1 million times.
Right.
Well, not 1 million times, but $1 million. It generated $1 million. Yeah.
Yeah. Dope.
Basically.
Dope.
Yeah.
And it's hard getting that in the independent, but in the independent game, there's so much money. You can make $1 million.
Yeah.
You can make $1 million. So don't be discouraged. There's a lot of money you can make out there.
Even the way, even one record, just like if you got hella projects and you independent, like you might drop 3 projects, and even though one record might not go platinum, but maybe those 3 projects all at once, like together added up, that shit gonna make you hella bread. And
right.
Yeah, you feel me?
Okay, now let's talk about what is Cap G working on today. I know you have a new single, and if I'm correct, it's complete. You're promoting it, you're pushing it, and it's called Birthday.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
It just just a dope song, just celebration type shit. It's your birthday type shit. Yeah.
Okay, and is that already out?
Yeah, that's already out. I just released the video like 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's almost like at 1 million. So yeah, it's doing real good.
What is the response? I mean, I know that people are viewing it, but what is the response that people are giving you? Like it's fire.
Right. Yeah. They fucking with it, especially the ladies. Then from there, I'm gonna drop like maybe 2 more singles. Then I'm thinking October, maybe late October, beginning October. I don't know yet. I'm gonna drop a project though.
Okay.
Yeah, and I haven't released a project in 3.5 years. So,
okay, and are you thinking more of an EP or an album?
Like a project, album, same shit, yeah. Not an EP though. I feel like I ain't dropped music in a long time, so I gotta feed these people.
Yeah,
I gotta feed them.
Yeah, and now you get quite a bit of views, when you say you almost at a million,
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever still sit back and, I know you come across like a very humble dude, especially when you said you went to Mexico and it humbled you. It almost brought you back to reality.
Right.
Do you ever sit back and think, man, fuck, people, they listen to me.
Yeah.
You said it best earlier. We ain't shit. We're nothing without our fans.
Right.
And I know you're thankful and grateful.
Mm-hmm.
But when you hit 1 million views, do you ever think like, fuck, I'm blessed?
Yeah. I always appreciate the fans. I always feel like I'm blessed. I feel like shit like that though, I just don't really think about no more. I feel like in the beginning it was like that. Like it was like, damn, like I just hit 1 million views. Like that's crazy. Now I just expect my music to do what it do. As long as I put in the work, make sure I don't put out no trash, you feel me? And at the end of the day too, I'm in a little different space. I don't really put out music to be, I don't know what the music gonna do, whatever I drop. So whatever it got, like I'm just appreciative. You know what I'm saying? Because I just want to drop good music. They listen to it. If not, it is what it is. But yeah. Let
me ask you a controversial question that I know people have been hitting me up to ask you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you probably get this a lot, and I'm sure you know how to address this. but I have to ask you, do you ever get people, either they approach you, they DM you, they inbox you, hey man, you sound black. Are you trying to act black? Do you want to be black? How do you address those people if that question was presented to you?
I just say, man, I'm myself, man. I'm myself. At the end of the day, that's all I can be. It's the internet at the end of the day. Wasn't nobody there with me from when I was born. You know, it's the internet. People gonna say what they say, but I'm just me, man. I'm myself. I grew up in Atlanta. And can't nobody walk my path. It's me. You feel me? So like, at the end of the day, people gonna always be on the outside looking in, say what they want to say, but you know what I'm saying? All I can do is just be me.
Yeah. Have you ever had anybody approach you somewhere at a club, at a restaurant, hostile?
Nah, not really. You know, like growing up though, cause it was very different back in the day. Like I feel like I took those punches I don't know how the West Coast is, but in the South, like basically like in the South, I feel like it was way different when I was younger. Like I remember being in elementary class, school, like everybody like say that like in person, like you trying to be black, you know, every time. Like I used to always get shit like that, but now, like I feel like all these, cause you gotta think like I've been dressing like this since everything. Like I feel like now this new generation of Hispanics, I don't know how, like I said, I don't know how it is in the West Coast, but I know in the South, like people wear Jordans, people wear just these new clothes that, you know, cause back in the day, Mexicans, I feel like they were wearing like Cortez, stuff like that. I feel like people want to wear the Travis Scott shoes now. It's like, I feel like I was been doing that. So like I always just been myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, like I never try to be something I'm not, I'm just me.
Yeah, well, I think that's what sets you apart is because you've been different.
Yeah.
And we do have a lot of people that are the same, and it's usually the people that are the same that look at people that are different and wonder, why are you like that?
Right.
But I've met plenty of artists that have sat across from me that are different. People wonder, why did you tattoo your face? Well, you know what, I'm different.
Right.
Why did you tattoo your head? I like it. You know,
Right.
Why do you wear, you know, those big old pants? Why did you, you know, wear that style of clothing? I'm just different.
Right.
We're all different. We're all unique. And I think that's a good thing because we don't want a bunch of robots all looking the same.
Right.
You know, we were all created to be different. And whatever gifting, what's that? Yeah. And whatever you, God has gifted you with, you be different with it, you know, and bless others. So,
right.
So now, so you dropped Birthday, you dropped, you're going to be dropping 2 more singles, you said?
Yeah, like maybe like 2 more singles, yeah.
Okay. Now, and then eventually a project, you said most likely an album.
Mm-hmm.
Who produced Birthday and what producers are working on your future projects?
So my main producer, Squat, produced that one, and he produced a lot of my fan favorites from me and like my hits, like Girlfriend, he produced that. A song I got called Marvelous Day, he produced that. And even like some early work, like it was more like the fan favorites, like Fuck La Policia, even the one with Thug, Don't Need 'Em. He produced a lot of them. Right now I'm really just working with like my team. So like I got my boy Squat, my homie B100, Tugger, Drum Lord, 48, Richie, and yeah, I'm just trying to keep it in the fam, you feel me?
If you had to make a list of, let's just say maybe 3 rappers, alive or deceased, you know, to be on this future project, and you had a choice of three rappers, or possibly even 3 singers.
Yeah.
Who would it be if you could?
Shit, on this project?
Yeah, let's just say this project coming up.
Shit, I'd definitely say Drake.
Okay, Drake.
Dead would be Selena.
Yeah. That would be dope.
That'd be crazy. Then last year, who I go last? Who I fuck with right now? I want to go with somebody young, like who like my age. I would say Lil Baby, but he already on my project. He gonna be on this project coming up. So I
okay.
Got,
so that's not The Baby. That's
Lil Baby. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Who I'm fucking with right now? Who Cause I feel like I gotta go with somebody my age. Somebody I don't want no OGs. I already said Selena,
Drake.
Damn, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. I don't know, man. I can't. I say who the fuck, man. I don't know shit. I don't know, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now here's another tough one, an interesting one. If you could sit down on a park bench in the middle of the afternoon for 1 hour to have a conversation with this one person throughout history, alive or dead, who would it be?
Alive or dead? Let me see. It would probably be the pharaohs back in the day from Egypt, like, cause I'm kind of intrigued by like how I seen something like about how they made the pyramids. Like they still don't know how they made the pyramids.
Mm-hmm.
Like even nothing in today's technology could like make it like that. I don't know if it's that fast how they did, but some shit like that though. And I'm intrigued. Like I want to know like how that shit was done type shit. Like cause don't nobody know.
As much as technology that we have, I mean, we could pick up our phone and call somebody in Egypt right now.
Right.
Send a picture back and forth, but we don't know how they built the pyramids. Each stone weighed 5 tons. Right. And a lot of people don't even know. They weren't like steps. They were actually sealed, smooth on all 4 sides, and they were painted white. Imagine seeing white pyramids with the sun hitting them.
Right.
Okay. Now, I'm very familiar with ancient Egypt because that's probably one of my favorite subjects. I studied ancient history.
Oh, wow.
I love
great.
Egyptology, So now, but no one knows. Of course, one of the craziest things that we always say, aliens came down and helped them build it.
Right, yeah.
We have all heard that, but we don't know. And as much as technology that we have today, they didn't have cranes back then,
Nope.
So did they have super strength? Did they have extra super knowledge that we didn't know?
Right.
And they're still standing.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had multiple friends that invited me, and every year that I was supposed to go, something came up. But that's probably on my bucket list.
Yeah, that's on mine too, yeah.
Now, I will say this. I have friends that are from Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
They've been living here as long as I have. They went to Egypt, I want to say 2 years ago.
Wow.
And they said this. There was a certain part of Egypt by the pyramids that reminded me of Mexico. He said there were kids out there, no cell phones, playing with tires, playing with rocks, playing with dogs, just running the streets.
Yeah.
And then he goes, we rented some camels, and then somebody would whistle at them. They would grab the camel, I guess, by the leash or whatever.
Yeah.
And walk us to the pyramids, the kids. And he goes, it was just such a humbling experience. And my friends had gone to Europe like every other year, and they just love Europe.
Yeah. So
they finally decided, let's go to Egypt. And I was like, I'll go next time. They went there and they said, bro, I went to Egypt one time and I will probably never go back to Europe again. That's how much they loved it. They said that's a city that does not sleep. I almost envision it like a Vegas, 24 hours.
Yeah.
So, but I do think you'll love it out there, man. I know I will, because especially from what they told me. But Pharaoh's, I think, that'll be good. I want to talk to Moses if you want to talk to Pharaoh, because he was there too, so,
Yeah.
But now, anything I didn't ask you, man? Anything that I didn't promote that we need to promote?
I think you reached all the points, man. Yep.
Okay. Now let me ask you this. As far as you have 2 older brothers.
Nah, I got 4 older brothers.
4 older brothers. Okay.
Yep.
When you started rapping, did they ever look at you? It's like, why do you want to do this shit?
I feel like they probably did, maybe some of them, but they ain't never tell me out their mouth. They probably thought that, like, you finna try to rap, like some shit like that. Yeah, but
what does your mother and your father think of your success?
I feel like they definitely fuck with it now, like especially even early on, like when they start seeing like kids come up to them like at the quinceañeras, the fiestas, family functions, like they be like, "Oh, Cap G, your son type shit," and they start noticing like like people know me type shit, right. So they start fucking with it then. But before, shit, my dad, I don't know what my dad thought, cause I don't know shit. But my mom, I feel like she probably wasn't fucking with it, but Yeah, they never said, nobody never like spoke it out, because we pretty positive in my family, you know what I'm saying? We don't be on no hating shit. We just keep that shit 100, really.
Okay. Now, just a couple of more questions, and we're out of here in a couple of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
What does Cap G do on a day that he just relax? I know you say you like being alone.
Right.
When say you're somewhere at home, at a friend's house, or wherever, in a room, you got the remote control TV, you're laying in bed. What do you like to watch?
Man, I'm big into cartoons. I fuck with cartoons, but then I just be watching Netflix, everything, really. I be ordering every movie that come out.
No shit.
Yeah, that shit.
Any movies you recommend?
Any movies I recommend? Yeah, I recommend City of God. That's one of, have you ever seen that?
Not yet. City
of God, it's about some kids growing up in Brazil, and that shit gangster though. You gotta watch that shit. Then I recommend Apocalypto.
Hell yeah, that's like that.
I love Apocalypto. What else I recommend to watch? One of my favorite shows is Ozark on Netflix.
That's my son's favorite.
Yeah, I fuck with Ozark. Anything else?
Documentaries? Do you watch documentaries?
I don't really watch documentaries like that. I fuck with scary movies heavy, so I don't really be liking the ones like, it's just not scary to me when they be like Jason type shit, when they be killing with the knives. I be fucking with that demon shit. That shit they be like, oh shit.
Either the Annabelle, the Conjuring.
Yeah, I love the Conjuring. They're my favorite. Annabelle cool. I don't really like it like that, but I love the Conjuring though.
Scariest movie of all time to you?
To me, the Conjuring.
Okay.
But I don't like. It's not scary to me no more. I swear I done watched it more than 100 times. But I feel like when I watched it, like that shit was scary as fuck. Conjuring 1 and 2.
Did you ever watch The Exorcist?
I never watched that one. I need to.
Okay, watch The Exorcist. They're making a remake. Well, not a remake, a part 2.
Yeah.
Watch The Exorcist by yourself at night.
Right.
The lights turned off. Woo. Guarantee you, in 30 minutes, you'll turn that motherfucker off. Guarantee you, bro. That one tormented me as a kid.
Hey.
Yeah.
You crazy, dog. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never watched no scary movie by myself, though, in the dark. I always watch that shit with some girls.
Nah, bro, you gotta watch it by yourself, under the blanket. You hear any noise, you be like, you know, you're gonna swear you saw the motherfucking devil, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, now, you know what? Since we're kind of switching gears up a little bit, we got a couple more minutes. Since you like the scary stuff, do you believe the devil exists?
In some type of way. I ain't really too deep into it, but I slick do in some type of way. I don't know how, but I feel like, yeah.
Well, they're making money off of movies about his ass, huh? So,
shit, especially I be seeing that shit like on it be like real cases about it. You know what I mean? So like people getting possessed for real. I slick believe it a little bit.
Okay.
I slick do.
What about paranormal stuff? Do you like watching paranormal stuff?
Yeah. I believe in that shit too. Like I ain't never seen nothing, but I feel like that shit probably real.
Aliens?
Hell yeah. They real because I don't believe that we the only people here. I feel like even the research they've been finding out now, like they be like, it's hella planets out here. We ain't the only ones out here.
For real?
And they then the government just put out something about the UFOs and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
That shit's interesting, huh?
Yeah, that shit crazy.
Okay. Are you a cryptocurrency fan?
I don't really understand it like that. To be honest, I'm not a big fan into it. What's crazy though, I played in the movie Dope in 2015, and it was about Bitcoins. My role was about Bitcoins. I didn't know what the fuck Bitcoins was at that time. And
but you were in it.
I was in it, and I wish I would have invested in Bitcoins at that time.
Okay. Well, talk to my son because he's like heavy into that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he be making money, and so.
It's crazy.
So yeah, but there's a lot of ways you can make money. We're living in the land of opportunity, like Don King would say, only in America. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Everybody, I know you're probably working. Your supervisor's probably looking for you. You're probably faking. You're taking a crap. Watching this interview, I know you are. I see you with the toilet paper, okay, with the dirty chonies and those skid marks. Anyways, Big Dog, you want to give a shout out? You want to thank anybody? You want to tell anybody off? Go ahead. So.
Man, shout out to everybody, man. All the fans tuning in, all the people who don't know me, who's tuning in. Shit, appreciate you, my brother. Yes, sir.
Most definitely, man. You always got a home here. Whenever you're back in town, if you want to come by just to kick it, you want to come by for another interview, you want to come by just to promote your shit, let me know. We'll make it work.
Already.
Okay.
Thank you.
So once again, I want to give a shout out to all the Raza, especially in Atlanta, all across the U.S. We are everywhere. I believe in unity. For people that don't believe in unity, you know what? Then don't be a part of it. But don't go around trying to, sow discord amongst us and don't unite. Man, we're all one Raza. So that's all I want to say. I want to give a shout out once again to my boy. First of all, Cap G. Once again, everyone in Atlanta. Alex Cervantes Enterprise. Yes, can follow him at 81 Cervantes Enterprise on Instagram. He's on the description. You can follow my son, Beast Scanless. If you guys want to know about cryptocurrency or Bitcoin or whatever that crap is, hit him up. Once again, 310 Micheladas. Make sure you guys hit him for these 3 type of different drinks. His link will be in the description as well. Anthony, the Hip Hop Jedi. And don't forget, tonight I also have 2 more guests coming in, so make sure you guys tap back in. It's good. Cap G, once again, thank you for making this possible. Much love, much respect to you, brother.
Already appreciate you.
All good. So we'll see you guys back at 7 o'clock. We out of here.
Yes, sir.